How's it going, guys? It's SK. I'm back here with another video, and this video is actually going to be a pretty unfiltered one. It's just going to be me sort of spitballing for a little bit, and yeah, it's going to be unedited and just a little raw. It's just my take on Christmas, today being Christmas. So if you celebrate, I wish you a happy Christmas. Hope that you guys are enjoying the festivities. If you don't, and if you're on holiday, well, just happy holidays. Um, I wanted to just go into like the whole concept of Christmas in today's day and age, and sort of how it has impacted a lot of people. So we just go to the obvious, where Christmas is celebrated, or for the majority celebrated in some way, shape, or form, which it stands for like a place, an event where the whole family gets together. There's unity, there's togetherness. Whether there's people who are all over the world, family from abroad, family all over the country, they come together on like this one occasion. Okay, so it is like a rare sort of marked. I mean, it is marked on the calendar, but it's like its own individual event where everyone just pulls together, comes together. The tribe sort of gets together again, and we celebrate with gifts, presents, Christmas cards, dinners, togetherness, board games. We eat, we drink, we laugh. Everyone just gets like fat and jolly, basically, right? This is like the one time where it's like your your disciplined training routine and everything just kind of gets a pin put in it, and yeah, we just kind of let loose for a few days, or at least Christmas on its own, right? Before we go back to the grind, even though this is also a time where we come to a standstill and places start to wind down, people start to sort of slow down a little bit more. Socializing externally kind of ceases for a bit. Everybody's indoors with their families, and yeah, just carrying on the traditional aspect or concept of what Christmas is, or what it's become. But I also wanted to shed some light on the people who don't get to do that. The people who either just don't have a family, the people who don't have a home, or even people who actually just can't because their work doesn't allow them. Whether they're in the uniform public services, doctors, nurses, firefighters, police officers, and also soldiers. Let's not forget them, right? I mean, coming from a military background myself, I've had conversations with friends, and I've also been in a situation myself where I've not been able to go home over the festive period, and yeah, it was a little yeah, it was a little disappointing, and you see everyone else getting so hyped and so excited, be like, yeah, I'm gonna go home with my family and gonna go see them after so long, etc. And then you're just there like, oh yeah, well, I've got guard duty. I'm gonna be guarding the empty shell that is the camp, because there's hardly anybody on it, from an enemy that's not going to attack. But hey, orders are orders, right? And I mean, this is way, in no way, shape, or form like a little sob story, but it's just me sort of illuminating that the the feeling and the sort of the experience of that definitely does give you the notion of like, yeah, okay, well, i'm not I'm not able to do this, I'm not able to see these people. And then it does bring along these feelings of like loneliness, feeling a little maybe like excluded. I mean, oh, it sounds a bit like some like a FOMO thing going on, which I don't think that's the right term to use, but it does make you feel just a little out of place. And then there are people who genuinely just don't have families. They don't have anybody to go home to. And, looking at even people who are abroad, on deployments, for example, if they're in a hostile country, they're literally just one mistake or one um, engagement away from never seeing their families again. Imagine how difficult and hard that is. So while we're all together with our families, I think what would be really crucial is that we also use this time of introspection to just give gratitude for the fact that we can be with our families, can be with our friends. because you never know what's around the corner. You know, um, there could be someone that falls ill suddenly, or flights get cancelled. You can't see your loved one anymore. You know, if you were lucky enough to fly home and sort of get there before the pandemic started to bubble up again, then congratulations, you're lucky. Cherish that moment that you're with whoever you're with right now. Really take it in, because another thing I want to bring to light is Christmas rarely does highlight who your friends are. And you know I'm not talking about, oh yeah, well, you sort of quantify and qualify it by how many happy Christmas text messages you got, or how many phone calls you got, or whatever, how many FaceTime group calls you got, etc. I'm talking more about the quality of messages that are sent, because it's all well and good to just say, oh hey, Merry Christmas, or hey, congratulations, or hey, happy this, or happy holidays, or hope you have a good day, all that stuff. I think going deeper than that, what really strikes more is people ask you how you're doing. People say, hey, you know Merry Christmas, how are you, where are you, are you celebrating alone? You can come over to my place if you want. You can be with my family if you'd like. Inclusivity, inclusiveness, right? I think they're both words, but anyways, it's about including others, all right, and accepting others, giving gratitude for that. Now, me personally, I'm grateful that I've got both sets of parents still alive. Right? I'm grateful that I've got both like sides of my family still going strong. Sure, I'd love to see one side more than I do, but the logistics of the modern times we're living in just don't really allow that as much, but we make do with it. I'm also grateful for the fact that I've now managed to start my own business. I'm starting my own journey as an entrepreneur. Since I left the military, I said I wanted to be my own boss. After that, I was like, nah, I'm done. I had one stand-in job between that time, and that's done. That chapter of my life is closed. I'm so grateful that the opportunity came though, and it's just little things like this, like your own thoughts, your your way of being is how you then shape the future for yourself. And with the people that we surround ourselves with, it becomes abundantly clear like who's rooting for you and who just thinks you're just another number. And all these points that I've just discussed, I think to wrap it up quite nicely, Christmas is definitely a time to be spent in a very like harmonious and to be rejoiced, right? So I'm not trying to bash Christmas and be like, no, Christmas bad. Feel bad for all the homeless people and all the people who can't make it, or people who can't be with their families. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying using a little bit of compassion, introspective thought, and gratitude will go a long way, because the reality of the situation is not everybody is blessed and privileged to like have this, right? To have what you're having. Um, I think, to summarize, Christmas can be the make or break factor for your mental health. And if you're watching this and if you know somebody who is alone, just check in on them. Be that guy or girl who includes other people, because everybody's just human. Everybody just wants to be loved. Everybody just wants to belong to a tribe. If you know somebody who isn't currently or actively doing anything, just reach out to them. You never know. You might just change their whole day. You might just save their life. That's all I got. Thanks, guys. Until next time.